Welcome to Psychology Unlock. What is love? Love is an emotion that we know has the power to move mountains. People have lived and died in love, lived and died for love. Love is the basis of all our relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or family. However, as much as people feel love for someone and feel loved by someone, it's not easy to describe the feeling. Love is pretty abstract and can be difficult to define. If you want to know more, here are interesting psychological facts about love you probably didn't know. Number 1. The science behind why love at first sight isn't just a myth. Love at first sight might sound like a romantic fantasy, but science suggests there's more to it than just poetic imagination. This phenomenon can be explained through a combination of psychology and biology. When two people meet and experience an instant connection, it's often driven by a cocktail of neurochemicals in the brain. Dopamine, the pleasure hormone, and norepinephrine, which is associated with excitement and energy, surge during this first encounter, creating a feeling of euphoria and attraction. From an evolutionary perspective, love at first sight could be nature's way of fostering quick bonding and mating for survival. Our brains are wired to make snap judgments about potential partners based on physical appearance, facial symmetry, and body language, which are often indicators of health and genetic fitness. This primal instinct drives us to feel an intense connection immediately. Psychologically, love at first sight can also be explained by projection. When we meet someone who fits our ideal type, we tend to project our hopes, desires, and expectations onto them. This can create a powerful feeling of instant love as we see in that person what we've been searching for. Number 2. Talkative girls and quiet guys make the best couples. Most women are talkative and would always find quiet guys more attractive. Women hate it when the guy in their lives will monopolize 99% of their conversations without allowing them talk, but would be fine if it goes the other way round. Research says that the portion of the brain responsible for processing emotions, the limbic system, is significantly deeper in females than in males. This means that a girl will listen to her man when he speaks. It only goes to say that girls expect that their listening and empathetic skills be reciprocated. When a woman speaks, she expects her man to listen, and this is more likely to happen if the guy is not talking all the time. Number 3. Why long-term couples start to mimic each other's habits and expressions. Long-term couples often start to mimic each other's habits, expressions, and even speech patterns over time, a phenomenon known as behavioral synchronization. This tendency is rooted in both psychology and biology. One key factor is the concept of emotional contagion, where individuals unconsciously imitate the emotions and behaviors of those they are close to. In relationships, partners naturally pick up on each other's cues, creating a sense of emotional harmony. Another explanation comes from mirror neurons, specialized brain cells that activate both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing the same action. In close relationships, these neurons play a role in empathy, helping partners to understand and respond to each other's emotions. Over time, this neurological mirroring fosters greater behavioral alignment between the couple. Psychologically, mimicking behaviors is also a way to deepen bonds. Imitation fosters a sense of belonging and mutual understanding. Couples who mimic each other's facial expressions, gestures, or speech patterns are subconsciously reinforcing their connection, signaling to each other that they are in sync. Number 4. You can literally feel sick if you don't speak with the one you love for more than 48 hours. Ever heard of the word love sickness? It's a condition where you manifest physical symptoms as a result of emotional causes. For example, feeling sick when you're missing a loved one. You can develop stress, lack of sleep, and negative feelings if you haven't seen someone you're deeply in love with for more than 2 days. Hormone fluctuations associated with love and heartbreak, particularly the stress hormone called cortisol, can cause hormonal imbalances that can result to physical pain and adverse effects on your health. This is why heartbreak after true love is equally as painful as physical pain. Love sickness can manifest in different forms like insomnia, fever, loss of appetite, restlessness, dizziness, a pounding heart, fever, nausea, stomach pain, and increased tearfulness. Anyways, it gives some relief to know that science has proven that people can feel a sense of relief just by looking at the pictures of their loved ones. Number 5. People with higher IQs have a harder time falling in love. Intelligent people struggle with love. They trust their minds more than their hearts. They value personality over appearance. They overthink and overanalyze everything. They prefer not to be deprived of their freedom. They love their privacy more than anything in the world, and they are genetically wired to have high standards. OMG, intelligent people aren't easy to understand. Getting an intelligent person to fall in love with you is like breaching the wall in the Game of Thrones, 700 feet high and guarded by the Night's Watch. It's mission impossible without the help of Viserion, the Night King's dragon. Number 6. Men fall in love faster than women. Women take 15 days, men just 8 seconds. If a woman could see the world through male-colored glasses, she'd be astonished by how different her outlook would be. According to a report in the Journal Archives of Sexual Behavior, scientists have proved that it takes about 8.2 seconds for a man to fall head over heels in love for a woman. Men are triggered instantly with eye contact. However, this is not the same story for women. Women don't have the superhuman ability that men possess, wanting sex first, then love and relationship later. They have brain features that makes them far more efficient in appreciating the complete range and deepness of emotional spectrum as compared to men. This means that they would rather get to know you, process you, size you up, and decide if you're qualified for their emotional needs. And this takes about 15 days for lucky guys. Number 7. How true love can reduce anxiety and boost mental health. True love has a profound impact on mental health, particularly in reducing anxiety and promoting overall well-being. One of the key mechanisms behind this is the release of oxytocin, a hormone that lowers stress levels and enhances feelings of security. When individuals are in a loving relationship, regular affectionate interactions like hugging or simply spending time together trigger oxytocin release, which counteracts anxiety by lowering cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Additionally, being in a stable, supportive relationship provides emotional security. Knowing that you have someone who loves and supports you unconditionally can significantly reduce feelings of loneliness and anxiety. This emotional buffer helps individuals cope with life's challenges more effectively, as they feel less isolated and more confident in navigating difficulties. Number 8. You're most likely to be attracted to someone you have no chance with. Psychology says unavailability often makes people more attractive. Why? Because the more likely it is for you to get something, the less of it you'll want to have. And the less likely it is for you to get something, the more of it you'll want to have. Do you get the feeling that you're always chasing someone you can't have? Or maybe you get the feeling that the more someone pulls away, the more you end up wanting them. Whatever the case may be, this feeling we get is partly due to our vanity and self-esteem, and partly due to our distorted sense of their value. Number 9. A woman who makes him feel like a man is the woman a man falls for. First of all, the main function of our hormones is to determine our behaviors by modifying our brain's perceptions. Female hormones will naturally drive women to crave emotional connections and relationships, while male hormones will drive men to crave aggression and territorial behaviors. As a result of this, a man would rather stick to a woman who is rather submissive and respectful, and most importantly, a woman who won't threaten or challenge his territory as a man. On the corresponding hand, a woman would rather stick to a man who constantly provides adequate affection for her. Number 10. It takes 18 months to forget someone you love with all your heart. According to research published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, it takes about 11 weeks to feel better after a relationship comes to an end. Interestingly, another study found it takes closer to 18 months to heal from the end of a marriage. In reality, people handle heartbreak differently, and it is expected that the duration of the healing process will not be the same for everyone. See, some people go to their graves still hoping to be loved by that one person. If this sounds like you, then living this way is like cheating yourself in life. Forever. You can't continue to feel this way. You need to find a way to move on and enjoy life to the fullest. If someone cannot see the value in you, then you need someone else who can value your worth. And if you feel guilty because the fault was from you and they don't want you back, ever, then you need to do these: apologize to them, otherwise that guilt will rob you of positive emotions. Forgive yourself. Get rid of everything that reminds you of them. Go out there, meet people, fall in love, and be grateful for what you have. And don't forget to see a therapist if you need one. Number 11. Love is the second most desirable thing in the world after money and is equated with happiness. That is why happiness is seldom without love. Even the rich also want love. I believe this is the reason most of them don't get into relationships, nor commit to one person. Some of them look at it like they're being loved for their money, hence they don't consider it to be love. The ones that are rich but not famous often disguise as a poor person to look for love. Most inspirational and true stories of courage and success, or hate and revenge, also have a love purpose hidden in them. Love is beautiful and amazing, but it also makes us do crazy and unpredictable things. Maybe you're still searching for that special one, or doing the talking stage. Maybe you've fallen so deep in love, or maybe you now feel like the butterflies in your stomach are reducing every day. Whatever stage you are on your journey of love, just remember to enjoy it, have fun, and give room for possibilities, because love can still take you to magical paces beyond your imaginations. And if you encounter the really, really crazy side of love, just remember to be patient, go with the flow, and try to seek understanding.